recording my computer. Cool. But you rock. Thanks for helping me out with the presentation a ton. So you're familiar with Cutco, yeah?
Yes.
Cool. Do you have it?
I do not have any Cutco knives, no.
That's cool. Yeah, not a problem. I'm just kind of curious. But hey, before we get started, as I mentioned, I just really want to thank you for taking some time to see my presentation today. I'm going to share my screen here. Can you see that?
Yes.
So you see like the big set of knives?
Yes, and
nice.
The blueberries.
Cool. And the blueberries and the blueberries. So hey, before I really dive into it, just wanted to once again thank you so much for taking some time to see my presentation today. I know it probably doesn't mean a ton, kind of random. I saw Nancy probably, it was like a year ago I saw Nancy. I think I might have called you last year too. Did I call you last year?
I think I was looking back. I think you did text me last year. and we were just returning literally from a trip overseas. And yeah, so then it just sort of fizzled.
Cool. Where'd you go?
We went to Italy.
No way.
Actually, last year I had just come back from New Zealand. Italy was the year before.
No way. I'm actually going. Have you been to New Zealand before? Is that like your first time going to New Zealand?
No, the first time I've been, it was a total spur of the moment trip I took with a friend who's a retired flight attendant to visit another flight attendant who lives in New Zealand. So it was very last minute and very fun.
Yeah, sounds fun. I'm actually going to New Zealand in November. Well, was supposed to. I mean, 2020 is kind of crazy, but in November of 2021. So hopefully that's enough time, like a year from now, like enough time for everything to boil down. So I'm supposed to go to Australia and New Zealand. So
awesome.
Yeah, I heard it's like a really cool spot to go. So I'm excited to do that too. But it'd be awesome. I mean, what do you do for a living? Like, tell me a little bit more about yourself? Just kind of curious. That's awesome.
I work from home. I work for a printing company based in Oregon that my father started in California decades and decades ago. So I typically travel up to Oregon for a week or two a month. Cool. And I also am a distributor, so I have an online business that sells the labels as well.
Oh, that's awesome. By the way, if you see that I'm like looking over here to the right, because I have another screen, so I'm looking at you. If you see me looking at you on the right, but that's really cool. That's really cool. I've never been to Oregon. But you go pretty often. It sounds like.
I do.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Wait, I'll dive into. I mean, I'll just tell you a little bit more about me. So, as I mentioned, I'm a San Diego native, so I grew up here in San Diego, like really close to Patrick Henry High. Went to Marvin. I went to Magnolia Science Academy. And then I went to a really small school. I'm surprised that you've heard of Magnolia. Like it's a super small school. Did your kids or anything go there or?
No, we had some good friends who their kids went there.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Timmy Underwood.
Tim Underwood.
He might have been your year, maybe the year after you.
Tim Underwood. I'm gonna look it up. Tim Underwood. That sounds super familiar. Tim Underwood. Play sports.
No, very nerdy, brilliant.
Just brilliant individual.
Yeah.
Not too sure. Really rings a bell though. Not too sure. I mean, it was a small school, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yes.
Really small school. And then I went to Patrick Henry, and after I graduated, I was supposed to go to Sonoma as a comms major, but as I mentioned, I didn't qualify for FAFSA, so I was like, oh, looks like I got to stay in San Diego, and so I went to Mesa as a comms major, and that's when I heard about this job, and I was kind of doing it ever since. I actually heard about the job through one of my friends I was going to school with. And, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with a degree in communications. I just kind of realized that, like whatever I have to do long-term, I have to be a good communicator. So, so that was kind of like my thought process, like picking something that was really broad.
Right.
So, and then I ended up doing this, and I loved that I was in a position where I was like, I get to communicate with tons of different people, all different like backgrounds and demographics and age ranges, and got really comfortable with my communication skills, and like really helped me build my confidence in myself too, which is a big thing. And so you should see this part of the screen. Do you see where it says, thanks for helping me reach my goals?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Do you mind if I share some of my goals with you, by the way?
No, go ahead.
Cool. Yeah. So, I mean, as you can imagine, a lot of my friends are just like laying around watching Netflix right now with everything that's going on, especially as we're going back to purple tier. But, I'm using this as an opportunity to like really stack up my resume and gain some cool skills. And I really appreciate you seeing my demo. I know, as I mentioned, like I know it probably doesn't mean a ton to you, but really this is a big deal for me. So I appreciate it. So I've been working with Cutco because as I started, I didn't really know what I wanted to do as a comms major, but I realized that doing this was like a really good vehicle for me to not only pay my way through school, because I was in a position where I had to do that, but I was like gaining really great skills and experience and stacking my resume for my future. And I was doing the position and I earned a President's Club letter with the job and ended up like being a really good opportunity for me and had an opportunity to win an All-American scholarship. So I was the 22nd representative in the company during the time when I was going to school. And it was literally all because of people like you that are just down to see my presentation. And I actually haven't done one of these in a year. Like I haven't done one of these in a really long time. And typically, it's like when I was doing it, it is all in person, doing knife presentations and things like that. So I've actually never even done one of these virtually. So I apologize in advance if you feel like I'm stumbling through it. So I've never done this one before, but I appreciate your support.
They're just knives. Relax. They're just knives.
And but hey, I mean, since I'm still kind of like new doing this, I'm going to be reading from my manual. Is that okay if I do that?
Yeah, of course. No worries.
Okay.
I'm looking at the screen. I'm not staring at you. Sorry.
Okay. No, don't even worry about it. Hey, like I said on the phone, you don't have to get anything, but if you do see something that you like, totally get it today. I mean, you're going to be getting an awesome product that a lot of customers are buying right now, but you'd be helping me out a ton towards my goals too. And I mean, it's holiday season, so we have like Black Friday specials and stuff going on already. So, and I'll just let you know this too. Like Cutco's not cheap. I mean, you're probably glad to hear that though. It's like cheap things aren't good.
I know it's not inexpensive.
Yeah,
and it is not cheap. It's good quality stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's how I first knew about Cutco. My boyfriend from college, he sold Cutco when he was in college. And I think my mom and my sister were his very first customers.
No.
So my sister has I think she has every knife that was made by Cutco back in the day anyway.
Yeah.
So she's had her knives for oh gosh, at least 30 years.
So she's had it for a while. So that's pretty normal too. It's like a lot of our customers I have some customers that have owned them since 1949. It's like that's when the company started. Like got passed down from their grandparents and whatnot. So it's cool. I mean, you already have Cutco in your family, which is awesome. And the cool thing about it too is I'm only allowed to work through referrals. So my biggest goal today is that you like me, that you like Cutco enough to just recommend me to some friends like Nancy did. But Cutco is awesome. I mean, you're probably already familiar with that. That's why your sister has a ton, but you can buy sets, you can buy pieces. We have tons of gifts and accessories. But we also have interest-free monthly investment options. So you don't have to pay for it all at once. But just so I know, do you cook because you have to? Do you like to cook? Or do you just kind of, or do you like, tell me about it. I mean, do you have to, like to, or love to?
I have to for my family. I love to for my friends.
You're funny. Yeah, it's so funny. Whenever I ask that question too, it's like, kind of have to, it's like, I got to survive, Well, that's
if
cool.
I didn't have to cook dinner every night, I'm like, really? You want to eat today too? No, I do really like to cook.
Okay, cool.
And I'm not bad.
You're gonna love Cutco. How much? I mean, what do you like to cook?
Everything.
So you're throwing down. Like if you were to make like an awesome meal right now, like what's your go-to? Do you have a go-to meal?
I do a lot of chicken thighs and fresh vegetable concoctions.
Okay, cool. So like veggies and meats and proteins and
yeah,
you're just kind of doing it all, the whole deal. Cool. Yeah. So the first part of my presentation, it's a short video that shows the quality of Cutco, and after that, I'm going to show you the pieces in our basic set. So here's a few things to know. So all of these people they're all real customers, and some of them have had Cutco for decades. But I want you to notice the forever guarantee. Do you have something for notes, by the way, like something to jot down? Cool. Yeah. Awesome. There you go. So it's a forever guarantee. So it's not a lifetime warranty. And that's a big misconception with high quality products is like typically you hear lifetime. Unfortunately, it's not your lifetime. It's the lifetime of the product, which is typically like 10, 15 years maybe. But ours is forever guarantee. So what that means is like pass them down from generation to generation. Like Like that's why I said I have customers that have owned them since 1949, just getting passed through the family. But that's what makes us such a top selling brand in North America. But like I mentioned, Cutco's been around since 1949, forever guaranteed. We have over 19 million customers in America that have all been personally recommended to us. So it's like, this is how we started, like you personally recommended to me. So that's how all of our customers are. So I'm going to play this video. If you can give me a thumbs up, if you can hear it.
You know, I think we got knives for our wedding.
Cool. Awesome.
They didn't last the test of time.
I cut things and like saw through the tomato, and it's starting to like mush.
Have you ever smashed a tomato
It seemed
before?
that they got dull very quickly.
Yeah, I use a bread knife.
We just couldn't find the right
You use a bread knife for a
to do
tomato?
what we
A
need.
serrated knife, yep.
Oh man. Okay.
Since we've got Cutco,
It's
we
okay.
have the variety of knives. Each knife really does something different.
When we first picked up the knives, we could tell the difference.
I
We weren't
apologize
used
if
to
this
having
makes you
such sharp
hungry, by the
blades.
way.
The tools
This
working
video
like
makes
they
you
were
hungry.
supposed to.
We
I don't know if
actually
you eat food today
so
yet, but
frequently, I can't put them away. It's just part of our kitchen now.
it's like, that's like our basic set that you're looking at right there.
When it comes to preparing food and cooking meals for your family, a set of sharp, dependable knives in your kitchen can be the difference between cooking because you have to or cooking because you want to.
It's really satisfying.
With the
kind
right
of video,
knives,
too.
food preparation is a breeze. With the wrong ones, not so much.
I can't compare the Cutco to any knife that they sell in a department store because I've tried them all. The only knives I have are Cutco.
We're preparing meals for 10 people 3 times a day. I need a knife that I know I can go to, that has the quality that's gonna work every time, and Cutco does it for me. Cutco quality
They
is...
show those steak knives upside down.
1949, for
Yeah,
millions
steak
of
knives are
families
cool.
across the country, the right knives are Cutco knives. Cutco knives are made right here in America, always have been. And today, hundreds of Cutco team members craft each knife with an artisan's eye
Yeah,
for quality
it takes
and
over like
detail.
4 weeks
This
for
level of
one knife to be
craftsmanship
made
is one of the
too.
reasons that
So we
every
really take our
Cutco
time when
knife
it comes
comes
to
with a
making the knives. It's
forever
a really cool
guarantee,
process
a
to see.
powerful promise we've stood behind since our founding in 1949. That means your Cutco set will be the last set of knives you'll ever need to buy. 10 years, 20 years, even generations down the road, Cutco will sharpen your knives and replace any defective item for free. No one else does that because no one else is Cutco.
They stand behind their product, which is very rare. And they're an American company, which is even better.
It's a lifetime warranty, so I did have the experience of having it once replaced with no questions asked.
Warranty on a knife that we've had for over a decade, and we've had a couple knives replaced that have been damaged. It was very easy.
Cutco can make this guarantee because of the unique patented design and the meticulous multi-step construction process that goes into its knives. It's what makes Cutco unique and a cut above all others in quality, durability, and user satisfaction. Cutco puts each blade through a 3-step heat treating process, creating the best balance of hardness, flexibility, rust and stain resistance, and edge retention.
Yeah, it's so cool. 'Cause,
After
like,
that,
we use
the
such a
blade
high
is
quality kind of
meticulously
steel.
polished
Like
to
the
enhance
same
rust
kind of steel that
resistance.
you'll find like a
And then
dentist's
comes the
office when they're
secret
drilling
to
on your
Cutco's
mouth.
sharpness and
It's the same kind of
durability.
steel. It's high
The
carbon
exclusive
stainless surgical
double D
grade steel.
recessed edge. This process creates a series of 3 razor-sharp edges on the
Now,
blade.
if you want to check this one out here, like this is important because we don't make a serrated edge knife. It's called a double D edge. So we're the only knife brand that makes this kind of blade.
With
So just
pointed teeth that
check
protect
it
it
out.
from contacting surfaces that might dull the knife. The double D recessed edge allows the blade to cut forward, backward, or straight down with equal ease. You can cut virtually anything, which makes food preparation easy, fast, and fun. Here's proof of how sharp a Cutco blade is. This is a tough piece of leather, and using a regular kitchen knife, even a brand new one, cutting it is practically impossible. Now, watch what the Cutco table knife can do. Notice its rounded design for added safety and no rivets, so it looks great on your table. But can it cut? Can it ever?
Sharpness is everything. The product from Cutco is head and shoulders above any other knife that I've ever used. They do exactly what I want them to do for me every.
Yeah, so there's that bread. That's our bread
time.
knife. That's our spatula one. That was
Here's
awesome for
something you might
avocados.
not know. You may
you
already
have a drawer
own
like
an
that?
incredibly expensive set of knives.
No, I have
Ever
a
seen a
knife
kitchen
block.
drawer that looks like
Oh,
this?
nice, cool.
Loads and loads of knives, most of which you never use because they're too dull or aren't right for the job. That's money wasted. A lot of money when you add it all up. It's actually much more cost-effective to invest in a set of quality knives. Knives that come with a forever guarantee. Knives that are designed for every conceivable kitchen duty. Knives that you'll be happy to use every day. Let's take a quick look at a few of the most popular knives in a set. If you've ever tried to cut a tomato with a dull knife, you know how frustrating and messy it can be. The Cutco trimmer makes quick work of
that one
tomatoes,
right there,
oranges,
that's
apples,
like your small
cucumbers.
utility knife.
Great for sectioning
That's our
grapefruit
number
and
one
oranges.
selling knife since
Easily
the company
trims and
started.
bones meat, poultry, and fish. It's even a great bar knife for lemons and limes. This versatile knife is a star of your set, and one of the key reasons Cutco won About.com's Reader's Choice Award for Best Cutlery Brand.
The trimmer. I love the trimmer. That's my favorite knife. I use it when I'm cutting up salads and I'm trimming a steak.
I use it for my meats like chicken, roast. I really use it for
that's what you would
everything.
use for like
So
your
it's a
chicken.
pretty multi-purpose knife.
Ready to do some chopping, dicing,
That's one of them.
slicing, and mincing? The home chef now has a classic knife at their disposal, the Petite Chef. Just place the tip on the cutting board and rock the blade, using the back of the blade to do the cutting. When done this way, you feel as though you're cutting air.
My favorite Cutco knife is the chef knife. Just cutting the lettuce when you want it super fine or really chopped really fine, it makes cooking a lot easier.
It has the nice long blade and chop quickly. I don't think I realized how efficient that would be.
And now, the knife that's more than a knife, the Cutco Spatula Spreader. It's the world's premier sandwich and bagel knife. Spread mayo, cream cheese, or jellies. No muss, no fuss. Cut cakes with ease. Serve up neat, appetizing portions of lasagna.
Yeah, for like any
Slice up
birthdays
the
or anything like that, it's
By
great for
far,
pies and whatnot, and
favorite knife
cakes
is
and
the
things like that. Too.
spatula
That one's really cool.
knife. Great for sandwiches.
You can cut the bagel, then you can scoop the spread. It's all with one tool.
Finally, let's look at a knife you probably won't use every day, but when you need it, you'll be so glad it's in your set. It's the renowned Cutco butcher knife. It may look intimidating, but use it once and you'll wonder how you ever got along without it.
Like, do you ever maybe sometimes cook any meats? I mean, like, I know you cook chicken, like any barbecues or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Watch
you
it
would
go
use your
through a
butcher knife.
squash, pineapple, even a watermelon at a single pass.
I would not do it like that. Very
You're sitting looking at your facial reaction. You're like, oh,
It's
no
so
way.
easy to get around. You don't have to worry about the heat.
But it makes it
has
like
that
it makes it pretty fun to use too. It's like that's when my grandma's
Having
like,
the
a
right
big
knife
cook.
for the right job
And like
is
she
like having the
throws
right
down a lot
club
of
for every shot,
meats and stuff on
the
it.
right tool for every task, the right shoes for every occasion. With the right set of Cutco knives, your work goes faster, better, and is a lot more rewarding. With Cutco knives, cooking is fun. Beyond that, using a dull knife, especially for the wrong purpose, is a serious safety hazard. It's been proven that most kitchen accidents involve the knife, especially a dull knife. That's because people force dull knives and use them improperly in order to get them to cut, and that's how accidents happen. Sharp, safely stored, and properly used knives are a far safer choice and make your kitchen a much more enjoyable place. All the knives in your Cutco set are guaranteed to be sharp forever because we'll sharpen them for free, anytime, anywhere.
Yeah,
no matter
whenever that
how long
happens
ago
too, if you ever
bought them.
if you ever want to send them back to
How
the
sharp
factory,
are they?
yeah,
Watch this.
Yes, check it out. It's actually pretty cool.
This is the Cutco Petite.
But if you ever want to send them back to the
Our
factory,
customers have
you'll
given
pretty
this
much
knife
get
a
a brand new
5-star
knife
rating
back in
on
your house, which is a really cool
Cutco.com. And
experience
no wonder.
too. Like pretty
This
much
is a
brand new.
length
It's all
of
free.
thick rope. It's tough and fibrous, like a big roast. Now watch this. If it can cut rope like this, imagine how easily it will glide through your toughest cutting jobs.
Other knives I had to saw through. The Cutco, I have not had to do that. They stay sharp. I have been 100%.
And all of our
satisfied.
sets come with a sharpener
It's clear
too.
that a Cutco knife set is the
So like you
premier
see that
choice
little white thing,
and
that's
the
a
most
sharpener.
important set of tools in your
So it's
kitchen.
all there for you guys to make it
So
really
now
easy.
let's talk value. Remember that every knife in every set is American-made in Cutco's own facility in upstate New York and is completely covered by Cutco's one-of-a-kind forever guarantee. These are knives that will last for your lifetime and beyond. Nobody else offers that kind of value.
The Cutco knives
Do you ever
made
cut
a
any like
huge
fruits
difference
and
in
stuff like that, like
For
pineapple? at all?
15 years, we've had the
Pineapple,
same set of
watermelon,
knives.
yeah.
Everybody talks about the good quality and the sharpness of it, how long it stays sharp. I know that we've gotten our money's worth out of those knives.
Remember, too, that Cutco knives are made of the highest quality materials. The handles, for example, are not wood or cheap plastic, but thermal resin for far greater strength, dishwasher endurance, and long-term durability. They won't crack, splinter, chip, or absorb grease. Wooden handles can become bacteria breeding grounds, and cheap brass rivets quickly discolor and show their age. Cutco exclusively uses corrosion-resistant nickel-silver rivets for the utmost in appearance and durability.
Have you seen these before? So I know like your sister has them, but you've never seen the Super Shears?
You can use them
I don't think they had. No, they didn't have a video like this
that
back in the
ridiculously
day.
tough
Oh,
plastic
man.
packaging your regular scissors just can't handle.
Yeah, so these are
heavy-duty
super
blades
popular. That's a
separate
real
for
penny
easy
too.
cleaning.
So check this out.
How powerful are the shears? Strong enough to easily
Yeah, so
cut
those are
through
ones
this
that you would
penny.
use for like your chicken or
Cutco
broccoli stock
representative is
or
ready to
any
answer
package that
any
you get from
questions you may
Amazon.
have. And help you
Like for
choose the
example, like
set
my
that
house, we have
turns
2
this
pairs of those.
into
Like one for
this,
like
and
packages and
this
stuff, the other one for stuff in the
into
kitchen.
this. Thanks for choosing Cutco. American made, forever guaranteed.
I was like, all right, now we can take a food break after watching that. Cool. So I'll start by showing you our pieces in our most popular set. So it's called our homemaker set. So it's our most popular set because we've made it since 1949. But I'll go ahead and scroll down so you can see this. Okay, cool. Open that up. Okay, cool. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So you can buy individual pieces, but most customers agree that over a lifetime, sets are a much better value for sure. It's important to have the right tool for the right job, not only for safety, but for efficiency. So we do have 2 larger set options for customers who like actually enjoy cooking, called the ultimate set and the signature set, or like our family set and our complete set. But I'll start off by showing you the pieces in our really basic set because it's our basic set. It's our most popular. So it's called your Homemaker Plus 8. So it has the minimum number of tools to do all the jobs that you need in the kitchen just as efficiently as possible. It's the best value for your average family, and it starts with your paring knife. So I'm going to play this video. So this is Cutco's air knife. So it has long handles, so it makes peeling, paring comfortable. It has a long handle, so like the paring knife doesn't dig into your palm. So you can move up and down the handle if you really need to, depending on what you're doing. But like apples, mangoes, like potatoes, bananas and cereal, tops off of strawberries. What do you think you'd use it for in your kitchen? Like I know you do some cooking, but what do you think you'd use that one for?
For peeling lemons to make limoncello.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah, that's exactly what you'd use your paring knife for. But you'll never use it for anything on the cutting board. That's why you have your trimmer. So this is one that you saw in the video too. So this is your small utility knife that you use everything on the cutting board for. So it's like small fruits and veggies. Never smash a tomato first off. That's a positive experience. But good for cucumbers, oranges, lemons, and limes, and also for slicing like raw chicken into strips. It's like whenever you're using your chicken in your kitchen, like that's a good one that you would use too. Which color do you like, by the way? Do you like the dark ones, the white ones, or the red ones?
The dark ones.
Yeah, the dark ones are pretty common. Those are ones that we have at home. So except for chicken, like what else do you think you'd use your trimmer for in your guys' house?
I don't think I'd use that for chicken. I like a chef's knife. I just like the way it handles. I typically use a chef knife for almost everything.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I would use that for.
Do you ever maybe sometimes using like small fruits or veggies like an apple or like an orange, like lemons and things like that?
Yeah, sure. Cutting lemons.
Yeah. So that's what you would use your trimmer for in that case. But that one, like you would never use that one for like spreading or serving. That's what this one is for.
Sure.
So this one is, I'll play some of these videos, but this one's really cool. So it's a wide, flexible, double durable edge. And on this piece, it allows you to like spread, serve sandwiches, bagels, lasagna, cake, or any brownies, like the really crispy part of the brownie. That's the best, but like impossible to get. It's really perfect for that too. Peanut butter and jelly out of a jar, sandwich making machine for sure. What do you think you'd use that one for?
Spreading things.
This is like
for what you just said, for
like
spreading and serving.
It's like everything that you use pretty much.
Yeah.
So that's what you do down for. Can you see why that one comes in the set?
Sure. It's handy every day kind of use.
Yeah, this is like one of the daily pieces that you use. So that one's pretty cool. I use that one every morning. It's almost too satisfying to watch. Like, It's really, those ones are pretty fun to use too. But for that one, you'll never use it for like meats or any large vegetables. So this would be like the one that you'd be using for like chicken and whatnot. So I'll play this video. So this is your large utility knife. So this one's designed to complement your small utility knife trimmer, but this is your everyday meat knife for chicken and small roasts. It's also used for large summer fruits and tough vegetables. So I mean, look at it just glide through pineapple. You'll notice like as soon as the teeth penetrate it, it almost just like glides right through it. That's our double D edge. So it's like it just glides right through. It's like almost like you're cutting through air. It's designed to like just feel like you're cutting nothing pretty much, which is really cool. But it comes really hand in hand with the turning fork. So do you ever maybe sometimes have those like those rotisserie chickens or anything from like Costco or Albertsons?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that's your combo that you'll use. Like that's what that's used for. And it's really fun to use. So this is one that you would use for your chicken rather than like a chopping knife, because the chopping knife is for like soup, salads, stuffing, stir fries, stews, and salsas. Like this is your everyday meat knife. So this is one that you use it for. So it's like so satisfying to watch. It's like cutting through stuff with a laser too. And you'll find like once you actually use it, it's just really fun to use, and you'll have a really good time with it too. It saves you a lot of time. It saves a lot of time during cooking too. I love it. I like melon too. That one's pretty good. So the next one that comes up, because you'll use that for like some of the larger things, but it's never used for like anything heavy duty. That's why you have this one in here for. So this is one that you'll use like for disjointing large meats. This one's also good for like melons and squash or separating any frozen foods. This is like a good Costco knife. If you look at it that way, it's like you go to Costco, you get something in bulk, and that one's really good for that too. But this one's really important because it actually protects your other knives. Because you could use like maybe like a smaller knife for this, but well, obviously that's really dangerous to use. But this is what this one's for. This is for like the heavy duty things in the kitchen, designed to protect your other knives. This one's important to have because it makes sure that all of them will stay sharp for a lot longer too. Like big knife for a big knife job and small knife for small knife jobs too. So there's that video just for Ninja. But that one's cool.
And you can take out your aggression on life with it.
Your 2020 aggression for sure.
As long as you have a pineapple or a watermelon.
Do you guys ever maybe sometimes barbecue or any ribs? I know you say that sometimes you guys barbecue. Yeah, so that's exactly what you'd use like your butcher knife for. Yeah, but obviously it might be a little odd if you're using that to chop vegetables. So it's obviously not a chopping knife. That's why you have your petite chef, right? So this one is like really common knife. So this is the chef knife that you were talking about. So
this is the most kind of cutting that I do.
Yeah, like all like veggies and chopping and things like that. It has a high knuckle clearance that makes it really comfortable and safer for chopping, dicing, mincing. So this one, like, are you open to like a professional recommendation?
Sure.
In regards to like chopping and using a chef knife, this one's actually just meant to like chop like this. Because if you were to slice through meats, that will dull the knife a lot quicker.
Sure.
And typically that's how you're supposed to use straight edge knives, is just like chopping up and down like this. So that one would be like used for soups, salads, stuffing, stir fries, stews, and salsas, because they're used for chopping, not for slicing. That's why you have your next one. So that's what this one is for. So this is your slicer. So this one's great. So this is like the best bread knife in the world in the history of the universe. It has a long double D edge. It's really great for cutting cakes and lettuce and boneless meats. It's like in your guys' kitchen, what do you think you'd use that one for?
Bread.
Yeah. So bread's a good one too. That one's awesome. Have you ever like experienced like getting a piece of French bread and you cut it up and you just get like crumbs everywhere? Yeah. So yes, like that doesn't happen with this one because it has our double D edge. And typically too, that's the cool thing about like, here's the difference between a double D edge and a serrate edge knife. So that you'll typically either smash a tomato if you use a serrate edge knife, because serrate edge knives are designed to cut more so like a saw than anything else. So it just rips and tears through food. That's why like it just rips and tears through bread, rips and tears through meat. And same thing obviously with like tomatoes. That's why you end up smashing a tomato. Or you'll smash a tomato if you have a really dull straight edge knife and it just doesn't get the job done. That's why I like the double D edge, like a different experience of using knives, which is really fun to use. So that one's also good, as you can see in this photo right here, is that it's good for boneless meats like tri-tip or brisket. But it's not meant for anything with a bone. Like you wouldn't carve. I know it's like holiday season right now, so like you're not carving the turkey with that thing. You're not carving the turkey with that. That's what this one's for. There's also like a quick little tutorial on like how to carve a turkey. I'm sure you guys know how to carve a turkey, obviously, but this is like your spare tire. You know, you might not use it every day unless you guys cook a lot of meats, but you'll be really pumped when you guys do actually like obviously for holiday season, like you'll be really happy that you have this one. Do you guys ever like barbecue or ever like are you guys the host? Do you ever entertain at all?
Oh, sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is like typically when you'll break that one out, like big roast, family occasions. But having both of the forks in the set's really important because you have the turning fork that you saw a little bit earlier to pick foods up. This one's designed to hold foods down, but if you guys ever entertain, you also have both forks, so you can like pick foods up and transfer them from plate to plate, which is like really handy to use, especially during this time of year. But it's really awesome. But I mean, I know that we're at this point right now, but can you see how over a lifetime you're going to use almost every tool in your basic set?
Sure.
That's why it's our basic set. So the next one I want to show you, I just want to show our table knives. So to complete your set, your table knives are used, this is not a Cutco knife, but they're used for every meal. Like these are your daily pieces, like breakfast, lunch, dinner. We use these for almost everything. You know, it's like butter on bread. These ones are really versatile because it has a rounded tip, so it makes it really safe. And it's really good for spreading too, but it has the double D edge, so it obviously cuts like a steak knife. So what he's cutting up, just so you know, is leather. So he's cutting up leather in that, or she's cutting up leather in that case. That is not a Cutco knife. That's you kind of hear how it almost like rips and tears. That's a serrated edge knife, and this is our Cutco knife with our double D edge. So you'll notice how it almost looks like a magic trick, right? How it's like as the teeth penetrate it, it just really glides through because it has those 3 recessed straight edges that it cuts in all different directions. So it cuts like you're cutting through butter, which is pretty cool. So we can check this one out too. So these are our steak knives. So for customers that like to feel like a larger steakhouse style kind of steak knife, if that makes sense, like our 2 other sets, like our medium and our complete set, come with those ones. They have the option for the steak knives instead of the table knives. These have actually been unavailable for the past few months just during the pandemic, but they actually just announced, I'd say 2 weeks ago, that they're available again. So we had thousands of customers that had orders just pending for these things. So there's just a ton of excitement that these ones are back. These are just a customer requested piece, but this is really exciting too. But the family set comes with the 10 table knives or 10 steak knives, and the complete set, as you can see, this is our complete set, comes with 12 of them. So the homemaker set comes with 8 of our actual table knives. For these 2, you have the option of doing either or, but this one comes with 10. This one comes with 12. And
so what's the difference between the steak knife and the table knife?
Yes, that's a really good question. Oops, sorry. Yeah, so our table knife, you'll notice, so you notice how like the blade one doesn't go all the way through the handle like our other knives do. This one's really like sturdy for sure. It actually takes over 300 pounds of force to remove that from the handle. So it's really sturdy. But it's just more of like everyday, pretty versatile use. But this one for our steak knife, it's for more of like customers that really enjoy like a steakhouse style. It's a little bit heavier. As you can see here, you can see how the blade goes all the way through as well. So customers that like the feel of a steak knife, or it's all pretty versatile regardless. But this is more of like the weights are pretty kind of different. But it's that's our customer requested set for that one. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Sorry if you hear my dog in the background too. We're all working from home at this point, so yeah, we got to do the best we're doing. But in regards to storage options, it'd be super dangerous to have really sharp knives just floating around in a drawer for sure. So our sets all come in a solid oak wood block. It looks really good on the countertop. So it sounds like I know you already have a block. So it's the same kind of thing, right? So we have our wood block, which looks really good on the counter. Ours is forever guaranteed as well. But we also have storage trays on the drawer or on a wall. But all of our sets come with a free cutting board because it's important to use a soft plastic cutting board. So like granite or like a marble cutting board it's really sanitary, but just horrible for your knives. Just totally dulls your knife. So we have our cutting boards that just come with our sets for free, just because it's important for our customers to use really soft ones. So it like makes the knife stay a lot sharper, but also it's forever guaranteed. So we typically just hook our customers up with that. It just comes included, which is great. But just to complement your homemaker set, we have really incredible gadgets and tools that customers can get, like which most of our customers typically will go for. So our 4-piece entertainer pack has these comfort grip handles, and it's also forever guaranteed. So I'll show you all these individual ones. So this is the peeler
This
video.
is a Cutco
This one's cool.
peeler.
Check
It
this
has
one
a
out.
double blade and it goes back and forth.
That was just fun.
This is like the coolest thing. Like it goes back and forth. How cool is that?
With our
Within
Boston
seconds.
accent.
Now I'm very excited.
Yeah, so that one's fun to use. And then it comes with our ice cream scoop. This one's awesome. So this actually is made of like zinc alloy. It has a zinc alloy coating. So if you were to put an ice cube in that thing, you actually get to see it melt because it just, changes the temperature and make sure that it just glides through everything pretty easily. And then here's our pizza cutter. It's also good for like quesadillas and waffles for the kids or pancakes for the kids. That's really good for that. Super easy to clean too, because it just pops out like that too. So everything that we make is also dishwasher safe. If it says Cutco on it, it's dishwasher safe. That's just one of our things that we have to have. So it's also dishwasher safe, really easy to clean. And then this is our cheese knife. This one's cool. Yeah, that's awesome. So it's our holy knife. This is one that you have to use on Sundays. You're like, Jeremy, I didn't like that cheesy joke. Yeah. But it's good for anything sticky or starchy. So the holes that you have there are actually designed for anything sticky or starchy. It creates air pockets, so it just falls right off the blade. But that's one of our sharpest knives that we make because it has our double D edge, but it's a micro double D edge. So that one's really unique. So that one will stay sharp for up to at least 10 years. But all of our most common gadgets in one package is that entertainer pack, as I mentioned, which is really great. So I just want to review why so many people choose to invest in Cutco. You're always going to have sharp American-made knives that are comfortable, they're safe, they're sanitary, but Cutco is really guaranteed to last forever. So it would be the last set of knives that you'd ever buy. And Cutco saves a lot of money. So most customers who buy Cutco, they eat out less. So especially nowadays, I mean, if that saved, let's just say $60 a month, that's $720 saved this year. Over 25 years, you'll save $18,000. But there are several reasons why so many customers choose sets. So Cutco sets have the right tool for the right job. Cutco sets have built-in discount, so they're cheaper. But they also come with a free cutting board and other free stuff. But they are much safer too, because as I mentioned, they come with the block or the tray. So it protects your knife, protects your fingers kind of deal. But also we have those interest-free monthly investment options. So you don't have to pay for it all at once. We call it an easy pay option because it's pretty easy. But so I'm gonna exit this full screen and we'll bring you back to the original page and talk about the set options here. We'll go full screen on this bad boy. And first one, we'll talk about Wusthof and Shun. So when it comes to high quality cutlery, it's really like anything else. There's a wide variety of quality and prices, and Cutco is top rated. So we only compare to the highest quality brands. So I have a price comparison here for our top competitors called Wusthof and Shun. Have you heard of them before?
Yeah.
Nice, cool.
Wusthof I have, not Shun.
Yeah, so Wusthof. Yeah, so these are really high quality sets. They're made overseas. They're two of the top selling brands in stores. So every brand has different types of sets, which range in price. So Wusthof is definitely the most popular. The price for this Wusthof set is $3,435. Sometimes you can find it on sale for $2,000. Right now it's on sale for a little bit over like $2,200 right now for Black Friday. But there are some major differences between these brands and Cutco. Wusthof mainly has straight edges, so they need to be sharpened, which is a hassle. But they're not recommended for the dishwasher, and the warranty's on manufacturing defects only too. So in comparison, Cutco has our unique large lock handle. It has our exclusive double D stay sharp edge. And we have our 4-part forever guarantee, including our free sharpening. Cutco owners will say that Cutco is at least 10 times better than any other knives that they've used, but just considering the guarantee and the unique features that we have, and at least twice as good as Wusthof. But when something offers twice the quality and value and it literally lasts forever, you would expect it to be at least twice the price. So at twice the price, so I want to show you our ultimate set, which would be twice as big. I want to show you this. So I want to show you our ultimate set, which would be twice as big as that Wusthof set. And that would be a value of $8,000 in stores. So I want to show you what you get for that. So of course you get all 10 pieces in our homemaker set. You get the Hardy slicer, which is right here. This is our Hardy slicer. This is our barbecue knife. So I'll put that in. I'll explain all the pieces that you get with it. So you get our Hardy slicer, which is our #1 selling barbecue knife. So do you ever maybe cook like tri-tip or brisket or any like thick kind of meats? That's what that one's for. So it comes with our 7-inch Santoku, which is another chopper. And then here's our vegetable knife for like heavy duty chopping, like any eggplant or squash or anything like that. It has a cleaver for all like the heavy duty stuff that you need. A salmon knife, which is good for filleting. Also have your petite slicer for any rolls or bagels or anything like that. And also have the boning knife. And the boning knife, this one's good for any raw meat. It's a pretty stiff blade, so it's really good for like T-bone steaks or any just raw meats or any beef stew or anything. I know stew is kind of a big thing around this time of year. And traditional cheese knife. So it comes with our non-stick knife, which has actually been our #1 selling knife for the past 10 years. So that also comes in there. It has the 4-inch paring knife. And this one was made just because they realized that this guy over here was too small to pair an entire apple in the air, to core an apple in the air, forgive me. So that's why this one was a customer requested piece. And it comes with the option of doing either the steak knife or the table knives. It comes with 12 of them, and it actually comes with the shears just in the block. It does come with all 3 size cutting boards as well. And it comes with a sharpener. If you were considering a set, would you prefer a set with the table knives or the steak knives?
I think the steak knives.
The steak knives. So the cool thing about it is that the set doesn't cost $8,000, of course. In fact, it doesn't even cost as much as Wusthof set of $3,435. Now, the ultimate set with the table knives is only $2,739, but most of our customers take advantage of the 5-month plan, which is only $594 a month, and that includes shipping and tax. So I'm assuming you just wrote that one down. But what should I write?
It's way too many. I don't need that many knives.
I think a lot of knives. Okay, cool. Yeah, Thanks for telling me too. I was going to ask you, like, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't at least ask. So I wanted to ask if you wanted to try it out for a couple of weeks and get your free gifts and stuff. But it sounds like it's just too many knives.
I don't need them. I know me. I know what I'm comfortable handling, and I just wouldn't use a lot of those options.
It is like way too many knives. Yeah, for sure. I totally get it. I just wouldn't be doing my job to at least like show you all the options of that. So cool, not a problem at all. I mean, it can be a lot of knives for somebody for sure. So next one I'll show you the one that's like for people that like that. For example, for people that like to cook. This one's called our family set. So it has just our 10 basic pieces. And it has all of our 10 basic homemaker pieces, but it comes with only our customer requested knives. And just so you know, what ended up even making these 2 larger sets were customers realized that this is our basic set, and over time they ended up requesting a lot of pieces to complement the basic pieces. They realized the basic one was pretty basic, so so this one has our 4 most customer requested pieces. So here's our hearty slicer, our barbecue knife. It has your delicate chopper for like garlic, cilantro, any like small mincing jobs. It has your cheese knife in there still. You still get the option of the steak knife or table knife, but it comes with the shears in there. So it just comes with our 4 most customer requested pieces. So the best thing about it is that it's still less than the Wusthof set. So the family set here is $19.95, but most of our customers take advantage of the 5-month plan, which is interest free. That one's only $433 a month, and that includes the shipping and the tax. So as a buy now bonus, just so you know, if you were to get this one today, you pretty much get a $450 shopping spree worth of free stuff out of the back of my book. Most people typically will use that for like Christmas shopping and stuff right now, but I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask. Is that something you'd like to try it out and take this one out for a test drive?
I don't know. Let me see the next set down.
Oh, for sure. I can show you this one. If you don't mind me asking, what is it about this one that you're a little unsure of?
I don't know. Let me just gaze upon it for a minute.
Sure. Yeah. No. Yeah. I'll just put it up in full screen.
So let me ask you this. I don't want that big a knife block on my counter.
Cool. Let me.
Is there a block that holds all of this except the steak knives, and the steak knives can go in like a tray or something?
Yeah. So that's a really good question. So of course you could do that. You can do whatever you want. So if you, I know that we're in a virtual world. It's actually even smaller than that. If you have like there's like a normal like 3-ring notebook, like a 3-ring notebook, like that's the size of it. That's our biggest set that we have. Our complete set's the size of like a notebook.
Right.
So it's less big than it looks in photo. So I just kind of wanted to show you that. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that one. So it's a lot smaller than it looks.
Are you waiting for me for something?
Oh yeah, I was waiting for you. So what were your thoughts on that one? Is that one still too big or?
It's a nice set. I'm I'm certainly not in the market for knives at the moment. So sure, let me see all the options and
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So I'll show you the basic one. So the basic one is for people who just like who have to cook, like if they're cooking a couple times a week. So this one has 10 basic pieces that you'll use daily, right? So it has the 8 table knives, it has the medium cutting board, and the best thing about it too is it's half the price of the Wusthof sale price. So the homemaker set here is $13.26. If you want to jot that one down, $13.26. But most customers will take advantage of our 5-month plan, which is only $289 today, and that includes the shipping and tax. So if you want to draw an arrow pointing to the number 289 and then circle that. So the buy now bonus for this one is if you were to get this set today, that's about like a $300 shopping spree worth of stuff out of the back of my buck. But I wouldn't be doing my job to ask you on this one. Is this one, do you think, like a little bit more like in your butt, like in more of a better size for you? What are your thoughts on this one?
so I'm just confused, but there's 2 blocks there. So what, it includes all of those knives? I guess I don't really understand what I'm looking at.
Sure, yeah. So this one here on the left is the homemaker plus 8 with the 8 table knives. This one is our basic homemaker without the table knife slot for people that might just want to put all the table knives in a drawer, like you were mentioning a little bit earlier.
Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So if you were to get a set, would you do with the table knives or without the table knives?
Honestly, the the knife that I'm most in need of are actually steak knives. So so I don't know. So that's on my list.
Cool. Cool. So it sounds like this one just be too many knives for you.
Right. I swallowed my water funny.
No worries. No worries. So I just want to just so I know. So it sounds like this just sounds like it's just too many knives for you.
Yeah. Again, here's honestly, I wasn't in the market for knives, of course. Yeah. We are also in the process of possibly buying a second home up in Oregon. So we're saving our pennies for a down payment up in Oregon. So I am not sure I'm comfortable with, spending a lot of money. Yes, I know it's a great value.
Yeah.
At this point in time. That doesn't mean, and I'm not just putting you off, that doesn't mean in like literally 6 months when we're got something locked down, then I have more, flexibility to get a more complete set, I guess.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I totally hear you too. And I hope also it's like, it's not my job. I wouldn't be doing my job if I were just like trying to sell you on something.
Right.
I just want to help you get something that at least that you find some value in, that you see some use in over, whether that's like 10, 15, 20 years,
Right.
So if it sounds like the homemaker set just might just be too much as a whole, I have a discount on this one. Do you want to see what the discount is?
Sure.
So I know that price was $13.26, so you can cross that one out. So you can write down the price $10.92 and then draw an arrow pointing to the number 234. And then circle the number 234. So if you wanted to and you wanted to take it for a test drive, that would be $234 on the 5-pay. So it's just paying 20% a month. Do you think that's a little bit closer to the budget?
It's not, sure, I could afford to pay, for the whole big thing, but it's just, when the bank is looking at our financial picture, the more
stuff you get,
thousands we have in our bank versus not a nice set of knives.
Yeah, for sure.
My kitchen counter.
Yeah, I tototally get it. I totally get it. So let me show you. I'll just show you the rest of the options. I'll show you the rest of the options, and if you find something that you want, something that might be like way closer in the budget that you're comfortable getting today, totally for sure, I'll be able to show you that today. So I'm going to show you one of our starter sets. So I'll skip past these ones. So this is the perfect starter set, and it'll take care of all your needs. As you can see, it still has the paring knife for the air. You have a trimmer for small stuff, spatula for sandwiches, a meat knife, a serving piece, a veggie chopper, and a bread knife. And it still comes with 6 table knives. So it's a few less knives for a lot less money. So instead of paying $13.26 for the homemaker set, the galley plus 6 is only $9.57. If you want to write down that price and then draw an arrow pointing to the number 209, you can circle the number 209. And that's all interest free, by the way, too. Like there's no credit check or anything on that one, which is only $52 per week. And if you get this one today, I can still include the entertainer pack or super shears for free. What are your thoughts on that one? Is that something that you'd like to take for a test drive?
Say that again about the entertainment pack.
Yeah, so for the entertainer pack, so you can get the entertainer pack or the super shears for free.
The one or the other for free. Okay.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say, so if you wanted to do that one today for this set, not for the homemaker, forgive me, for the galley set, the one that you're looking at, for our Black Friday special, you can get both. Like that would be your buy now bonus if you wanted to take that one for a test drive. So you get the entertainer pack and the shears. Yeah, so you can get both. So what are your thoughts on that one? Did you want to take advantage of that one and put that one on a test drive?
I'm mulling.
Sure.
Okay, so just for argument's sake and comparison's sake, how much is a set of steak knives?
How many were you thinking?
They come 6, 8, 10?
Yeah, so it's like 6, 8, like, so here's a really common one. So it's like 6, 8, 10, 6, 8, 10, 12, 24. Those are.
I kind of like 8.
Okay. So 8's a good number for you. So each one of these are you talking about a steak knife or because you like the steak knife?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the steak knife, those are $75 a pop. Okay. So you can assume that an average Cutco knife is about $100, but for the steak knife, it's about 75. So it's a little lower than that.
Okay. Okay.
Are you open to like a suggestion?
Sure.
So it sounds like you really like the steak knives, yeah?
Well, again, so I have a full knife block.
Yeah.
And I have knives. I have a set of Japanese knives that my father bought for me several years ago that haven't even come out of the box. I mean, a Suntoku knife that came from Japan, cool, where they designed them. So although I like these knives, I like the product. Certainly, I've used my sister's knives over the years. And I like sets. I like having.
Yeah.
I love to get the ultimate set. The biggest one.
But that might not make the most sense because you want to go get the new house and everything like that. So that doesn't make too much sense.
Exactly. So I don't want to put you off. I appreciate your time. Yeah. I appreciate the product.
Yeah.
Timing wise, maybe it's not the best time. Do I hold out for 6 months and get the ultimate set I want? Because then I have this cool, beautiful new set of knives in my new house in Oregon. Okay. So, that's the dilemma going around in my head right now.
Yeah. If you're open to a suggestion, like I can totally offer a professional recommendation. So for what most of my customers would do that are like in the same situation as you is, so for example, you want everyone wants a complete set. I mean, it's the complete set, right? Everyone wants that one, but not, of course, timing is a big part of it, especially it's like finance isn't the issue, but it's you're in the process of getting a new house, right? I totally get that. So if you're open to a suggestion, one thing I recommend is have you ever heard of our upgrade program? Because I know you have Cutco in your family, but are you familiar with our upgrade program?
I am not.
Okay, great. So let's say for example, you are in the market, so it's like you want the ultimate set long term. If, for example, if you were to get the galley set or you were to get the homemaker set, even without, because I know you want to get the steak knives, the bigger steak knives. You can even get like one of the basic sets like this, either our basic set or even our small starter set with the galley. And one that's like easier on the budget and whatnot. But whenever you're ready, even if it's like years down the road or 6 months or a year, 2, 3 years, you're a Cutco owner. Like you're a Cutco owner and like you would have that set. So what would happen is like, hey, you can call me. I would be your Cutco guy first off. So you would call me. It's like, hey, Jeremy, I'm ready for the upgrade. And you just save a ton of money doing that too. But that way it's like, if timing is not right, it's like, might as well just not. Like that's what a lot of our customers do. They get the set that they're comfortable with getting, that all the pieces that they'd use for the new house in this example, all the ones that they'd use, they can get by with. And then whenever they're ready to get the other one, they just call me and then I just upgrade them to the other one and save a ton of money. I don't know if that made sense. Does that make sense?
It does. So
Yeah.
For example, I got whatever. So let me ask you this. If I just got a set of steak knives, could I upgrade to a set with that set of steak knives, or it has to be one of these other sets?
That's a really good question too. So there's a couple options you could do. So, and just being quite frank, like the more you get, the more you save. That's just kind of how it is. Like the more you get, the more you save. If you wanted to get like a set of like 8 or 10 steak knives, you'd probably be paying for roughly around the same size like a set. But you wouldn't get the benefits of a set. That's the biggest thing. So like, it doesn't really matter what set you get. Like the set's probably going to be the better value, but it's whatever's the best value for you. That's my job. Like you see more value in getting steak knives for sure. But with my professional recommendation, you'd probably get a way better bang for your buck with the with an actual set. But it sounds like if you don't mind me asking, like whenever you were to upgrade, like out of like the small, medium, or like the large and medium set, like the ultimate and the family set, which one do you think would be the better value for you? Like the ultimate or in the new house, or would you do like more of like a family set?
I'd have to look at them again, but I think the family set, I recall the ultimate seemed like just an awful lot of knives.
Yeah, so this is what it is if you want to check it out. This is like the one that comes with 10 of the steak knives or table knives.
Right.
And I know you like the steak knives. So this is like the first block that actually has the option of doing the table knives, of the steak knives, forgive me.
Right.
Yeah, so that'd be great. If you like the steak knives, that's the first option of them actually being able to fit. But it's our happy medium set, so.
And then just let me see the ultimate set again. It just seems, yeah, that just is a lot of.
So this is the one and done. So for people that are like typically like they get a new kit, like they're doing a kitchen remodel, or typically like with a lot of my customers that are getting new homes, like they'll typically do this one because like it's your one and done. Yeah, it's your one and done. It's like just press the reset button, you'll be good to go. A lot of customers that are getting new houses too, they'll just go for a Cutco kitchen and they'll just like guarantee everything in their kitchen forever. They'll go for that. Which also like that's also part of our upgrade program. Whatever set you find value in, we could just upgrade you to a kitchen if you wanted to. I know that's down the road, but
yeah.
Just so you know.
I like the other set.
Cool. Yeah. So you said the family one.
Yeah.
So here'd be my recommendation. So if you were to get, I wouldn't be doing my job if I were trying to sell you the Homemaker Plus 8, but you like the steak knives, like not the table knives.
Correct.
So one thing I would recommend for you, here's my professional recommendation if you're open to it, would be like the basic Homemaker without the table knives. So you pretty much have like most of the pieces in the family set. You're missing the customer requested ones, but that way, like when you're ready for the family set, you can actually fill them with the actual steak knives. Because if you were to even get this one, the steak knives don't fit in there because that's like our original Cutco set that aren't made for the customer requested ones. I hope I'm making sense too. Where it's like you wouldn't have a place to put your steak knives in the block until you were to upgrade for this one. So if you wanted to do part of the upgrade program, my recommendation would be either the basic Homemaker without the slots, or you can do the basic galley, which would be the basic galley, like this one, without the knives. Same thing, you can do the basic galley. My professional recommendation would be the Homemaker one. But I mean, which one do you think would be? I can give you the prices for those two. I don't know if you have the prices. Do you have the prices for this, for the basic one?
Yeah, $10.92.
Yeah, so actually for the basic one here on the right hand side without the table knives, That one's cheaper. Yeah, so that one is actually $10.49. Yeah, so that one's $10.49. And if you want to draw an arrow pointing to the number 229, and then circle the 229. So if you wanted to, for like no credit check, interest-free option, just put 20% a month to make it really easy. That would just be 229. And then you still get the free stuff on the side. So like for that one, typically we don't do both, but I'll also give you both for helping me out. So the entertainer pack and the shears would be yours too. And that would be like reserving your buy now bonus. That would be like you're set for the upgrade later on and you'll be good to go. But at the end of the day too, it's like, hey, I reckon like take it for a test drive. Take it for a test drive. You like it, keep it, and then you can upgrade whenever you're ready. If not, you can send it back and give them the whole money back.
Well, I'm pretty sure I'll be happy with it again. I've used them many a time in my sister's kitchen, but I just think the timing is not great.
I get you.
Because I'm trying to get pre-qualified and all that for a second mortgage. So
yeah, so let's do this then, because I mean
I don't want to be a Scrooge, but
no,
I'm
you're not
really
at all. Like,
leaning towards.
Honestly, it's like I actually would not feel good. I wouldn't feel good if you bought a homemaker set and you're like not feeling good about it. Like that's for real. I wouldn't feel good about it. So here's this. So if you want to write down this price, it would be a galley plus 6. It would just be the basic one with no table knives, because you would want to wait for the steak knives. That one, if you want to write down the price, $739. And then draw an arrow pointing to the number 162. And you could still get some of the free stuff on the side. So you can get the shears for that one or the entertainer pack. For that one, you'd be able to get one or the other, because that's one of our like smallest ones. So that's the galley just with no table knives. And that also counts because you'd be getting the set for like the upgrade program.
So then how would the upgrade work? I call you in 6 months and say, okay, upgrade me to the family. And then what happens? Yeah,
exactly. You kind of sound like you're underwater a little bit, but from what I heard, it's like if you're asking me about the upgrade program, it's like you just call me. It's like you'd be my customer, so I'd have your email and stuff. So
I would pay the difference between what I paid and what the family.
No, you get a big discount. You get a big discount depending on which one you would end up wanting to upgrade to. Like, I can do this one or I can do this one. It depends on what time of year it is, depending on what kind of specials we are. But you'll save hundreds of bucks. Because you'd be my customer, and I do that for my customers' upgrades. But because you already own the product too, so you're eligible for all of that, if that makes sense. So did you want to do that and take that one for the test drive and try it out?
And honest to God, my only hesitation is that the bank is looking at our, financials like over the next 30 days or so.
Okay.
So,
if you were to put if you were to spend $160, would that be a bad thing?
Well, no, not per se that amount, but we're just really conscious of our dollars until after, the first of the year, and this thing is like in the works. So,
yeah. And like payments are not like the most ideal thing too. I get you.
Yeah. So what, I really want to support you. I really would like a set of knives. And I really think that waiting till like February timeframe is a much better decision as far as
I get you.
Our goal for a mortgage in Oregon.
I get you. Let me show you these ones. So these are some of our starter sets. So this one's an Essentials +5, and this is the Studio +4. So these ones are like really small, great for like building up over time for like gifts and family and friends. But these are like great starter sets, right? Like if you want to get to the bigger ones, like these are great starter sets and a lot easier on the budget too. So I totally get it. So the essentials plus 5, that's just the very basics, like paring knife, spatula spreader, turning fork, petite carver, and chef knife. Studio plus 4, it's our smallest block set. Still comes with 4 great pieces: the paring knife, trimmer, petite carver, and the spatula spreader. The all knife and kitchenette and trays. They're like really great for people who want to keep their knives stored in a drawer, like these ones here. For people that want to keep their knives in a drawer, more than welcome to do that, of course. Comes with the paring knife, trimmer, the chef knife, carving knife, and the spatula spreader for the all knife and kitchenette. And the kitchenette here comes with like the bread knife, turning fork, petite carver, paring knife, and trimmer. So I know there's like 4 sets here. So I'll let you check these ones out and just let me know which one do you think you'd find the most value in out of these ones. So here are the essentials in the studio. And then here's the all knife and the kitchenette. Which combination do you like the best?
The big family set.
So all right, so check this out. Like if that's the one that you really like, so here's a couple. I can tell that's the one that you really like. So here's my professional recommendation, especially if like money's the issue and like doing all this stuff with the bank.
It's the time. It's more the timing.
It's the timing
versus the dollar amount.
So if you're open to a suggestion on what most of my customers do when it comes to like the timing and like this is just not the right time.
Hold on, you're busting in on my Zoom. Were they going to call me? Yeah. Sorry, Jeremy.
No, don't worry.
619-741-0566, maybe?
When was it?
11:20.
Okay, thank you. I'll call.
Okay. Sorry, we have a dog to pick up at the groomers.
That's awesome. Cool. So like I was saying, so here'd be my recommendations. Like I can give you a huge smoking discount on the family set if you want to. But the biggest thing I would recommend would be like just getting like a smaller starter set. Because there are lots. So like looking at all these ones, like I'll show you the prices of them, but which one do you think catches your eye the most? So here are these 2, and then here are these ones.
The one right there on the left looks pretty good.
Cool. Yeah, and it comes in a drawer. Like that.
Right.
So that one, the all knife, if you got a pen and paper.
Yes.
So the all knife, that one's only $115 per month for 5 months, or in full, that's $519. So or that's like $29 per week. So here's my recommendation, especially if like the bank's like watching your guys' things, like you like all your payments and whatnot. So for example, like here would be my recommendation. Like you can even put it on a 5-pay and just put down this. And if like they're not going to be mad at you at that, then great. Then after that, like that window of time is done, you can pay the rest off if you wanted to. You can continue paying on the payments. You're more than welcome to do that. So you kind of like, you can actually like reserve your buy now bonus and reserve that discount. That would be my suggestion. And if you wanted to get that one today, you can still have the super shoes for free.
What, now I'm switching gears and thinking about a gift. How much is that kitchenette set? Yeah, that kitchenette set.
So that one for the 5-month plan, so that's $97 per month, and which includes tax, or it's $436.
Okay.
And if you're curious here, who would that gift be for?
For my daughter. I think she inherited a set of old cheap knives when she moved to Oregon.
Yeah, so here's an idea on like what I would be able to do for you. I could give you that for free, and like Christmas shopping would be on me if you wanted to get the family set. You want to take that one for a test drive, and like do the same deal. It's like, hey, here you can put down the 20%. Then when the 30 days are over, then you're good, and then the Christmas shopping's on me too. Like 2 birds, 1 stone, I guess. That's just food for thought for you.
Okay, so how would that work?
Yes, I'll just buy it for you. I'll just give it to you for free.
So I commit to the family set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get the family set. You can do the table knives or steak knives, whichever one's better for you. And then the kitchenette's yours. Yeah, it's your daughter's technically, right? So, and That'll just be on me.
Okay, so that has a paring knife, carving knife.
It has a
slicing
trimmer, so it
knife.
has like, yeah, so this, I'll put it big screen for you too. Has your slicer, so it has your bread knife, good for like boneless meats too. It has like your, like this is like your utility set right there in the middle, which is great. So it has your small utility knife and it has your large utility knives, like all that stuff's taken care of. And it has the paring knife for like all the smaller stuff too. And it still comes with a cutting board too and a sharpener. So that's already included. That also like that would also be on me.
And then okay. And then I guess we could always upgrade that set for her too as she moves on and wants.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, and the cool thing about it too is like, if you wanted to do it, like just do the 20%. And then whenever you're ready, if you wanted to pay the rest of it off on your set, then you totally could.
And the family set is $19.95.
Did you want that one with table knives or steak knives? Because there's a price difference.
Steak.
The steak knives. So if you have a pen and paper, it'd be just a little bit more. So it's $22.59. And if you wanted to do the payment option thingy, it'd be $4.90. And then you get both. So you get that set and the Christmas gift is on me. And then if you wanted to pay the rest off after you get the house and whatnot, you're more than welcome to do that too. Because that's totally up to you. How does that option sound?
I'm rolling.
Okay, no worries.
Okay. So it's $22.59 or $4.90 times 5. The $22.59 doesn't include tax.
That is correct, and the $4.90 does.
Okay. And so it equals the same. You don't charge extra for the payments.
Yeah, so there's an administration fee of $12, but that's like just $12 one time. Like actually breaking up the payments, but there's no interest if that's your question. Like no interest in the check or anything.
Okay. Dang it, Jeremy. Dang it. Was that the groomer?
Yeah, I'm gonna get her.
Okay.
Put away the stuff, probably not where you wanted it, but put away the cold stuff in the freezer.
Okay, I'll figure it out. Okay. Okay. So the family set with 10 steak knives.
Yeah, it does come with your steak knives. Yeah. And by the way, that also comes with all 3 size cutting boards and it comes with a sharpener. And same thing for like for your daughter's gift. It was your daughter, right? I heard you correctly.
Yes.
Yeah, great. Yeah. So for your daughter's gift, it also comes with a cutting board in there too. So like it has that included on there on the free thing. So like all that stuff is on me.
Okay. And I'm giving up the entertainer set or whatever it is.
Yeah, that'd be correct. So instead of the entertainer pack the entertainer pack, you'd be getting your daughter's like that's for me. That's on me for free. Instead of like the entertainer pack for free. But just so you know, your family set still comes with this year.
Does the family set have the cheese cutter? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
The holy only Sunday night.
So you did like the joke. Yeah. So so it comes with your holy knife that you can only use on Sundays.
Okay, hold on. Let me look at one.
Yeah, go for it. Just let me know. Let me know what color you want to do too. If you want to do the dark handles or the
black.
You want to do the dark handles?
Yeah.
Cool.
Is it black or is it like
we don't call them black, we call them dark handle. That's our classic color. We've like had the same color, so you can kind of get a little bit of a better look at it, I guess. This one's these things are awesome. Oops, sorry.
But it's pretty much black.
It's pretty much black. Yeah, it's pretty much black. There's like some different tint in there. It looks really, really nice. It looks fancy.
Okay. My goodness, I had my
Phone on
work
do
phone on airplane mode and it's going crazy now that I hooked it back up to Wi-Fi. Okay, so I'm playing with my money. I just want to see which bank accounts.
Yeah, you can do a debit or credit. Doesn't really matter. Debit or credit.
Acting weird. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna give you. Okay, can you show me the family set again, please?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so it comes with all that stuff.
Oh, I get the shares and everything. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go get. Okay, I'm gonna purchase this, and you are going to gift my daughter with the kitchenette set, and I'm going to give you a credit or debit card, however it's easiest for you to run it.
Yeah, debit or credit, whatever's easier for you. So you wanted to do this in the dark handles. What about your daughter's set? Did you want to do that in the white handles or for her?
I'd say black's her favorite color. Let's do dark for hers too.
Cool. Okay. Hey, welcome to the family. Welcome to the Cutco family.
Yeah.
So high five. Yeah. So cool. I'll just be here. And if you want to go grab your card.
Yep. We have to this
Here we
one
are.
or elbow.
Are
It's
we
COVID.
doing an elbow bump? We're doing an elbow bump. Hey, COVID season.
Yeah.
Hey, of course. First off, this is going to be your first time ever owning Cutco, right?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So, do you have Band-Aids? No, I'm just kidding. But how'd you like my demo?
Good. You did a good job. A lot of good information. And I am familiar with the product, so that helped as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, you did a good job. You're very likable and personable.
You rock. Thank you so much.
I was hiring let me just tell you this. It is I've been in sales for a great deal of my career.
Cool.
And now I'm not in a sales position. I hire people, I manage people.
Yeah.
And you have things that can't be taught. You have an innate skill and talent with people. And I would hire you in a second as a salesperson. In a second, I would hire you.
You are so sweet. You're awesome.
Yeah, there's things you can teach people, and there's things you can't teach people, and you have the things that can't be taught. And you learn about a product, but it's the talent with people and presenting yourself, and like you said, communication. Maybe you won't be surprised, but a lot of people could not do this. It would literally kill them to have to speak to a person for so long and do a presentation.
Yeah, I get it. It's like I'm at the position, like I actually run the office in San Diego. It's like I run the office, so I lead the whole sales team. So it's like I recruit, I develop, I train, I interview. It's like I do the whole deal. It's like I work with a lot of 18 to 21-year-olds. I mean, I'm 21. I work a lot of 18, 21-year-olds. So I totally get it. I appreciate you saying those things though. Like that actually means a lot. I worked hard on it. It wasn't always like that for sure. Like worked hard on it. And I did a lot of good mentorship and stuff from like that from my leaders on my team and things like that. When I was coming up, it meant a lot. And also like conversations like this too. Like I learned so much from my customers too. A lot of them that are already in sales or in business. Like I ask a ton of questions, so I really appreciate it. Are there any like feedback, like anything that you think I could have done better? Like did I make you feel pressured at all? How did I do like finding something that was a good package for you? Like, is there any like specific tips that you would give me, especially with your experience?
No, I think you did a very good job.
Cool.
You know, I can't. Nothing is popping to my mind. My
Cool.
husband wants you to tell me the thing you said when we were on the phone about the smiley face. He goes, what did he just say? I think it was brilliant, but I didn't hear it. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, hey, do you have a pen and paper on you by chance? Great. Like, here's my phone number. Here's my name. Here's my phone number. Here's my name. I got you down for a Cutco appointment Saturday at 11. If you could draw a really big smiley face for me so you can recognize me when we're on Zoom.
There, yeah. Yeah, he's like, what did he just say?
Well, hey, I appreciate the feedback a lot. Thank you so much for your time too. There's just one more really important part. You can pull out your cell phone. There's one more very important part. And like, here's where you can really help me out. So I get paid every time I show Cutco, and I can only call people I've been personally recommended to, like yourself. Right. So what I would love for you to do is help recommend me to 200 to 300 people. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just 10 to 15. That might be nice enough to help me out. I'm not necessarily looking for people who would buy either, just really nice people like you willing to take a look. But I have a really awesome sponsorship that will help me out a ton. So every 50 sponsors that I get, the company actually gives me a free piece of Cutco that I can use to sell or just like give to my customers and whatnot. But all you have to do to be a single sponsor is help me get to 5. And if you get to 10, you can be a double sponsor and count twice towards the sponsorship. So I have a pen and paper on me. Who do you think are the nicest people that you know? We can start with the names and we can get back to the numbers. So who do you know that is nice?
That is nice. Well, I'm sure Nancy already gave you Susan Furtak's name.
She did. I remember Susan.
Yeah, she is quite the cook.
That's okay, cool. So with Susan, I can put down Susan. If you got one from Susan, that's totally cool. So yeah, Susan Furtak. Okay, awesome.
I'm trying to think. I have lots of people who don't cook and hate to cook, and
yeah, it's like, so nice people, mean people, people who love to cook, people who don't even like to cook, anybody with a refrigerator and heartbeat, pretty much. Also, like anybody in the United States too. It doesn't have to be limited to San Diego.
Well, I was just thinking that it doesn't have to be just people in San Diego. It could be.
We're in a virtual world. When I was a rep, like it was all people in San Diego because I would be driving all over the place. I was like, right. Hey, anybody in the United States that has a fridge and a heartbeat, pretty much. So like, who do you know that really likes to cook?
Well, okay. So I don't know if my brother has Cutco knives or not. Okay, hold on. Let me jot these names down. Okay, so I'm going to my family here. So 2 of my sisters. My sister Gina is actually a pastry chef. She's a chef. She cooks all the time.
Cool. So I got Gina.
And then my sister Danny.
Okay, Danny.
My brother Nick used to, well, he cooks a lot. He is a regional manager for Luna Grill.
Luna. Okay, cool. Awesome.
And then my brother Mike has knives that are the sharpest knives on the planet. He only has a couple right now because he moved, but he appreciates a good sharp knife.
Okay, cool. So I got Mike down.
I'll put my brother Sam. I don't know. He might like. We all cook. We're a big Italian family. We all cook.
Okay. Okay, so I got Sam. Who do you know that appreciates really nice things?
Well, Monticello, I'm sure came to you through Nancy.
I'm not too sure of Maricela, so I'll write down Maricela.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Or who do you know that like wouldn't get anything but like knows everybody?
Nancy.
No, right? She knows a ton of people.
Oh my gosh, that woman does know everybody, and she remembers them too.
Yeah, she remembers. She knows every single person.
And she remembers what they said and what they drank and where they were, who they were with.
She's awesome. She's super friendly.
She is funny.
So
I can't think of anyone else at the moment. brain is.
You're 3 away. You're 3 away from being my double sponsor. Is there any way you can help me get to 3 more just for good luck?
Okay, how about Debbie? So I'm trying the ladies I worked out with this morning. Debbie. Oh, Kelly. Kelly Green.
Cool.
Debbie. And I don't know, Angela. What the hell?
Angela. Cool. So there's 10. Hey, you can keep on going if you'd like to. My record my record's 572. No, I'm just kidding.
Jeez. No.
I think my record's about like 30 or something like that, but 15 is always a really good goal for me to shoot for. Is there any way we can get to 15, you think?
I think my brain's about done.
Okay, cool. Well, going back to Susan, I'm ready for the numbers whenever you are. So I'm ready for Susan's number whenever you are. Most people just typically put me on speakerphone and scroll through their contacts or whatever, but I guess we're on Zoom. So,
okay, hold on.
So Susan Furtak. Also, I think I need some last names too.
Okay, Susan Furtak, 619-254-0452.
254
0452.
0452. And Gina, what's Gina's last name?
Gina is a De Leon.
De Leon. There you go. And her number?
Is 503-926-2226.
2226. And Danny, last name?
Hebener, Hebener.
Okay, cool. And number?
541-213-6005.
Cool. And Nick, last name?
De Leon.
Nice. We're in the family here.
Yep. His number is 858-397-3301.
Okay, cool. And Mike De Leon?
Mike.
Is that Mike De Leon too?
Yeah.
Cool.
541 419-0896.
Okay, cool. And Sam?
Sam is the De Leon.
Cool. And number?
And he is 503-819-4922.
4922. And Maricela?
619-609-6756. Okay, who? I'm sorry.
Maricela's last name?
Oh, Garcia.
Garcia. Awesome. And Debbie? Her last name?
Debbie is, she spells it Debie.
Okay, cool.
And her last name is Turnbow, Turnbo.
Okay, and it's Debie or just one B?
One B.
Okay, cool. So Debbie. Okay, cool. And her number?
619-890-3690.
3690. And I got Kelly Green. What's her number?
Kelly Green is 818-3104.
3104. Is that a 619?
Yes.
Okay, cool. 619-818. Okay, and Angela, her last name?
Angela Johnson is her name. 619-755-0285.
0285. Okay, you rock. And just
I have one more name for you.
Awesome, cool.
Carolyn Anderson.
Okay, and phone number?
619-708-1707.
1707. Okay, you rock. Okay, there's just a couple more steps and then I'll let you run and do your thing for the day. So first, just so I know a little bit more about these people. So Susan, she's a friend. Out of all these people, are all of them married?
My brother Sam is not.
Okay, but so I'll just say the name, and I'll just say the name, and you can tell me like yes or no.
Yeah.
Susan.
Yes.
Okay, Gina.
No.
Gina is not. Okay. Danny.
Yes.
Okay. Nick.
Yes.
Okay. Mike.
Yes.
So if you hear my dog, she goes crazy with the mailman. I don't know if you can hear my dog right now. But Sam.
No.
Okay, cool. And Maricela.
Yes.
Okay. Debbie.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Kelly.
Yes.
Okay. Angela.
Yes.
And Caroline.
Yes.
And if you were me, who would you want to call first?
Carolyn.
Caroline. How come?
The one I thought of last.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So we got that down. Okay, perfect. Anything I should know about Carolyn or like Angela or Marcella or Kelly?
They're my friends.
They're just all friends. That's awesome.
They like a good cocktail.
That's awesome. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm about to send you something. Okay, cool. 1 second here. Where are you at here? Where are you? And your cell phone number is the I text you, it's a 2460799.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna send you something. So there's one more thing. So okay. Okay. Okay, cool. So did you get that text message I just sent you?
Not yet.
So if for that text message, if
something just happened.
Cool. If you could send that, I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick. I just need to let them know. Need you to let them know that I'm gonna be potentially giving them a call, or I'm not allowed to give them a call. But also, it's just a lot easier when people know I'm giving them a call first off too. So I just sent you that text message. So I send it to you. Can you send that to them really quick, just as a heads up, just so they know? I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, you can just copy and paste.
So run through the list of names I gave you real quick.
Yeah, Susan.
Okay.
Susan, Gina.
Yep.
Danny, Nick.
Yep.
Mike, Sam.
Yep.
Maricela.
Okay.
Debbie, Kelly. Angela, and Caroline.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I'll be right back.
All right.
Be right back. 2 seconds. I have returned. At return.
Okay. I'm almost done.
Sure, yeah. Just let me know whenever. And then there's just one more thing, and then we're good. After this, and then we're done.
I just need to.
It's probably easy if you just copy and paste too, probably.
Well, I'm doing it as a group, but I want them to not reply all. I want them only between me and them.
Yeah, I recommend, like, if you don't want to do that, I recommend just copy and paste into all of them individually.
Okay.
That's what I'd recommend. Just quick copy and paste. I know a lot of people don't like big group chats, so their phones, you know, blowing up and stuff. But whatever's easier for you. Then after this, we got to take a selfie, and then we're done.
Oh, geez. Okay.
That's my exit fee. Quick little selfie.
Okay. I think I got it.
Cool, cool. You rock. Okay, you ready for the selfie?
Sure.
All right, cool. All right, 3. Hold on here. 3. I can send this to you too. 3, 2, and 1. You rock. You're so nice. You're an awesome person. Hey, really quick. Here's one thing too. I was gonna ask you. I was gonna ask you this. Do you have I found like a lot of people have more friends on Facebook than in their phones. So I'm trying to work on like social media marketing and advertising too.
Yep.
I would love if you wouldn't mind putting up a post for me, introducing me to your Facebook friends. I can send you a template of what you would post, and I'll just send you a photo of myself. So literally all you'll do is just post a photo on template as like an introduction to me. And it'll say, if anyone is willing to help me out, they can like or comment below. Would you be nice enough to do that?
Sure.
Cool. Yeah, it'd mean to work with me. So I'm going to send you a, do you have a Facebook?
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to add you on Facebook. Teresa. All right, here we go. So, Teresa McGrath. What's your Facebook name?
It's DeLeon McGrath.
I got it. DeLeon McGrath. DeLeon. Teresa DeLeon McGrath. Got it. Found you. Oh, cool. Do you also know Leslie Dilbeck?
Yes.
Nice. She's also one of my customers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Again, through the elementary school of our children.
Oh, got it. Yeah. So I just sent you that Facebook thing. So I'll send you this. So I'm going to send you a couple things. Do you have WhatsApp?
I do.
I wonder. So Facebook post.
My sister Gina's already asking me what your phone number is so she can recognize it when it comes.
Yeah, cool. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to send you, I'll send you the Facebook post. If you could do that, that'd be really cool. All right, here we go. I'm going to shoot you a text. It's going to be really cheesy though, okay? It's going to be a cheesy post. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, let me know if you got that text message. See text messages, and I sent you the photo that we took too. Did you get that?
Okay. Okay.
You get that one?
Yeah, a lot happening all of a sudden. Yes.
Cool. Yeah. So you would just copy and paste that, copy and
Okay.
paste the template, and then just follow up with a photo of me, and then just make sure that you at me, like you mentioned my name. We just have to be friends. So if you want to go through and like add me back on Facebook, then you can actually tag me because we'd be friends.
Okay. Did you send me a request?
I did send you a request. Trying to be friends here. I did just request you.
Oh, there it is, way at the bottom. That's so weird.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, so when you copy and paste that, you should be able to like there's a part of that template where I put my name in there for my Facebook. Just tag me on Facebook and then just post that photo afterwards. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Don't hesitate if you need any help. Just reach out to me. So save my number. You also have an email from me too, and you'll be all set to go. Cool.
Yep. Thank you.
You rock. High five. Welcome to Cutco family. If you have any
Thanks.
questions, feel free to shoot
Good
me.
luck.
Your daughter's gonna love her present, so I'm happy I could help you out with that Christmas shopping too. So
Okay. Thanks, Jeremy.
I got it. See ya.
Bye.
There you go. So that was about 1,700 CPO, 11 recommendations, and a Facebook post. Boom.